I'll bring my laptop.
You do not know where your decisions come from.
I love me too.
They pop up like hiccups. And when you make a decision, people have a great deal of anxiety about making decisions. Did I think this over long enough? Did I take enough data into consideration? And if you think it through, you find you never could take enough data into consideration. The data for a decision in any given situation is infinite. So what you do is, you go through the motions of thinking out what you will do about this. But warriors are people who think of all the variables beyond their control and what might happen. Choice is the act of hesitation that we make before making a decision. It is a mental wobbling. And so we are always in a dither of doubt as to whether we're behaving the right way, doing the right thing, and so on and so forth, and lack a certain kind of self-confidence. And if you see you lack self-confidence, you will make mistakes through sheer fumbling. If you do have self-confidence, you may get away with doing entirely the wrong thing. You have to regard yourself as a cloud in the flesh, because you see, clouds never make mistakes. Did you ever see a cloud that was misshapen? Did you ever see a badly designed wave? No, they always do the right thing. But if you will treat yourself for a while as a cloud or wave and realize that you can't make a mistake, whatever you do, because even if you do something that seems to be totally disastrous, it'll all come out in the wash somehow or other. Then, through this capacity, you will develop a kind of confidence. And through confidence, you will be able to trust your own intuition. Now, this is the middle way of knowing it has nothing to do with your decision to do this or not. Whether you decide that you can't make a mistake or whether you don't decide it, it's true anyway. But you are like cloud and water. And through that realization, without overcompensating in the other direction, you will come to the point where you begin to be on good terms with your own being and to be able to trust your own brain.
Each of these lives is the right one. Every path is the right path. Everything could have been anything else, and it would have just as much meaning.
Whoa.
What a way to start this, huh? Damn, Dave. So Dave recommended that as a start. Damn, I like that.
Right?
Shit. Alan Watts is such a legend, bro. Talk about just a mind, just
a thinker, but like a deep thinker,
dude,
a well thought out.
You know what
thinker.
sucks? That shit hit me like about things I was thinking about today.
Yeah, dude, I know. I sometimes go and like I found that Life Eternal YouTube page.
Yes.
Well, welcome to your podcast, episode 81.
Yeah, I mean, episode 81.
That's
You know
how
where to
it's-
find the podcast:
yeah.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm, www.yourpodcast.co. Get on to 4DM, and we're happy to be here. We're happy to have everyone. And yeah.
I mean, the bit about I mean, it's called choice, and it's all about, I mean, I think whatever you pull from, like, we all go through that moment of like, what is a choice? A choice is the moment you hesitate before deciding to do something, right?
Yep.
You choose a path, and then that path opens up a way into like a path of life, and you take that path off of a choice that you've made. And they always come up. He said, I think like hiccups or like they just come up. You can't expect them, but they hit you, and it's like this moment of choice. Now I have to choose. And I always struggle with, did I choose what is the other choice I could have made And what would it have looked like? And did I choose right? Or, did I choose too fast off of instinct or impulse? Did I not think through enough? And I love that everything he says usually in his speeches, I listen to him when I'm like nervous or I'm panicking.
Yes.
Because he seems to just boil it all down to, you need to be like a cloud.
Yeah.
Like saying something like that is like, oh man, why? Like why?
He gives you like an answer.
He gives you an answer, but it's like a hands-off kind of answer. It's like no matter what path you choose, you can keep overthinking it. We can spend our whole lives like overthinking and not choosing. But no matter what path you choose, like it'll all come out in the wash, he says. Like it's all gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like it'll be just as meaningful as the other path. Like somehow at the end of the day, like walking through that path, whatever choice you've made, it was the right choice.
Yep.
Yes.
And the thing he talks about, like self-confidence and stuff like that, is like with those choices you make, if you make it and you act like a cloud, and you don't think about more than just, it as a decision in the moment.
Yeah.
And you just keep going to each decision.
Yeah.
With that same idea, just like morphing to, each thing you do.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's when you have that confidence. And when you can go past, and get to like, I don't know, a place
where you trust your choices.
Yeah. That's one thing I really struggle with. It's like, I find myself having a lot of confidence in certain things, but a lot of other things I don't.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, like this was one thing that's been bothering me for the past couple of days, man. It's just such a stupid, small thing, but it's just like ruling my brain.
Yeah.
So I was at the supermarket and I was waiting in line, and there's someone behind me, and I was wearing a shirt that has like a Black Lives Matter kind of message.
Yeah, I remember that shirt.
And it says, if you support, if you love Black culture, then support Black lives.
Yeah.
Right? I just feel like it's a perfect, simple thing.
Yeah, we've said
where,
that.
like, you really don't have to think.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And this lady, I had like my headphones in and I was listening to something. And
do you listen to shit while you're at the supermarket?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do that, but I like to have my headphones.
Yeah. I'm always usually listening to stuff. But like this lady was like, "Oh, I really like your shirt." And it was like this like older Black lady, and I kind of like caught off guard, and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then like, I felt like I didn't give a good enough response.
Like you had a choice. That was your choice?
I was just like, "Oh, thanks." And that's it. And it just felt very like, I don't know, I felt weird after it. And I was like, wait, I should have been like, I don't know. Like I felt very like, oh, thanks, whatever.
Yeah.
Like didn't want to talk at all.
Yeah.
You know, like I felt like it's standoffish.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that made me, like that confidence thing. I was like, I just wasn't confident to be like, turn around and like face a person. And be like, oh, hey, yeah, thanks so much. I love it. And like the next day I'm thinking like, man, I wish I just did that.
Yeah. Right.
Even for that little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that.
I know. But those small moments of it's funny because we all do it.
Yeah.
You have it'll come up like a hiccup, like he said.
Yeah.
And it's like, you didn't expect her to be like, hey,
yeah,
nice shirt.
Yeah.
I really like your shirt. So when it comes up, you instantly have a choice to make. You can give her a hug. You can, in COVID, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But like you have avenues to take.
Yes.
And the choice you made was like, thanks. And then you continued on your way. And to look back, like that's the thing. No choice is the wrong choice, is what he's trying to say. Like, whatever choice that you took, it's okay because ultimately it will be okay.
Yeah.
All choices have the same amount of meaning because when they come out on the other side, for whatever reason, it's always going to be whatever the other choice was, but like in a different way, but still meaningful. Like I like the thought of I can make no mistakes.
Yes.
Like I'm not worried about making mistakes.
Because what other way can you live, man?
Right. Well, you could be super insecure.
Yeah.
And like,
and I feel like that's something that is like, for him to say that is just so like comforting.
Yeah.
Because that, I feel like that's something people, like everyone lives with that every day.
Yeah.
Of things that they think about shit in the past and like things that they did wrong.
Yeah.
And it rules a portion of their life until they figure something out.
Yeah.
But And a lot of the ways people deal with it are like unhealthy, and
Yeah.
like I do the same shit. Like I don't think I deal with my mistakes in the right way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, and I always
too.
think about shit.
Me too.
You know, I think about shit that I tell myself, yeah, I'm done with this. You know, like I'm great, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm killing it now. You know, and it comes back, and
Yeah.
I don't know. And the weird thing about the cloud thing is, I always in my life was always drawn to clouds, and like the way, I don't know, I was like, I love looking at clouds and shit. Like when I'm stressed or something, I always go outside and I look at the clouds. I'm like, this is the best.
It's the best.
You know, it's like my favorite like scenery in the world.
Yeah.
So it's weird. I don't know.
It's a
I gotta be like a
beautiful-
cloud, man. I gotta be like something I like. I gotta be like something I love. The clouds.
Yeah.
But
There's
it's
no,
so
there's
hard.
no, you don't look at clouds and be like, oh, it's a badly shapen cloud.
Yeah.
You know?
This is such a stupid idea.
But it's very human, man. It's
Yeah.
very human to be like, because the nature of life, we have no choice. We're going to have to make choices.
Yeah.
Shit's going to come up. You're going to have to choose one or another. Or like, I'm going to do this or I'm not. By not making a decision, like, is making a choice.
Yeah.
Not doing something is making a choice.
It's always, every single thing's a decision.
And that makes me think about things unsaid. Like when I think about the things I'm very good. I've realized, dude, this is so crazy. I was thinking about this all fucking day. I'm very good at like shrinking myself for the comfort of others that I care about. I'm very good at like, I'm feeling something really terrible.
Yeah.
I really like need to talk to somebody.
Dude, me too.
But I'll shrink myself to the point of like, you'll think, I mean, I try to put outward like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I really am okay. Like I'll meet you with a smile and like I'll be all good. And I was gonna show you.
What?
That's embarrassing. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on the podcast. I'm gonna do it after. I recorded myself as like a voice memo journal when I left Adam and Katie at the airport.
Oh, really?
I like recorded the moment because I was like, for some reason, it kicked up an impulse in me to say like, just remember, I want you to remember this because this feels significant. I was always telling you, it felt like the end of a chapter of my life.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to record myself in that moment so I have like a part of me preserved in something.
You're trying to save that.
Yeah,
that
I just wanted to remember it, like, because my memory's not that good. I want to look back on that and be like, what was I going through on that day?
Yeah.
That morning.
That's
you know?
interesting.
So I recorded it. I'll show it to you, I think, after the podcast. I'm a little insecure about it. But I listened to it today and I heard my voice and I was like, that's me? I'm really wounded in that.
Yeah. Really
fucking wounded.
That's
really
weird
scared.
to like. That's weird to see yourself like on the outside like that.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. Cause it's me. It's not. I'm not a character. I'm not. I mean, when I do shit on acting like that, I don't really watch my shit, but like if I see it again, I'll know I was going through something at that point, or I put myself in a position to go through something, or I brought up something that I feel very deeply. But to hear just myself raw on that was, it made me think that how much I shrink myself for the comfort of other people I love, in my relationship, in my family, my friendships. It's very rare. Like I share in moments of like, just
Is that like you do that? What's the reason you do that?
I don't
think
want
it's for other people?
I think when I boil it down, I don't want people to leave me.
I
want to be loved.
Okay.
So I'm afraid of.
So you're afraid if they figure that out,
right? And I know that's ass backwards.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the way I
yeah
grew up and what I've seen.
It's so different, like like thinking about it and explaining after the fact.
Oh yeah.
When it's happening, and then like thinking back to how that in that moment.
Yeah, and then I get
you.
like mad at myself. I'm like,
Yeah.
you just share it. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's what you have friends for. And like people like when you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
People will appreciate you more because they see you. And I get it. And yes, of course. And I try to do that as much as I can on this and in my friendships and my relationship. But I fall into these like circles of, someone's going through someone I love is going through something, and I'll put it above what I'm going through. And I'll say, just hold on to what you're going through, bro. You'll get through this. It's fine. It's fine. Put it away for now. Because they're really having a hard time. Yeah. And it makes me feel better. Like to like be a helping hand kind of.
Yes.
And to be a shoulder and to be someone who's there for the person going through the thing. But like it's fucking tough when you're alone. Yeah. And when you have your thoughts and they kick back up. Yeah. It's tough. So I want to be I want to like meet people where they're at. I want to say, if you're sharing with me, you know, if I'm wounded, I shouldn't be afraid to share that. And I try. I think I do a better job now than I used to.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to shrink myself in my relationships.
I feel like I've done that. I feel like I'm just a closed off. I feel like in certain situations, like I don't know why, because I have a certain, I guess, confidence in the way I like carry myself, you know, but I feel like that's like,
why do you think that is?
Because I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm prideful and, you know, the way I am.
Prideful? You think it's pride? Or do you think like you built this like way of living for yourself for so many years that like, I'm confident in this, what I look like when I step outside, or like how I deal with people?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think like that.
I'm winging
I think it's something
it.
like that. I feel like, yeah, it's something that through my experiences, I'm like, I look at myself and I'm like, this is everything I've done.
This is what's worked.
This is everything that, you know, is going for me. And I can be okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
And I can walk out there and be like, boom.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I know like if there's like a certain situation comes up, I can handle it. You know? Like I'm not scared to do something, but I am scared to say something to someone. You know what I mean? Like I have this dumb, like it's really backwards thing.
You're very adventurous. I feel like you're very open to trying things.
Yeah.
Like you're very physically like motivated.
It's like I'm so open for everything else.
Yeah.
But I'm closed off with like anything pertaining to me inside.
Yeah. I try. I mean, I think I'm better than I used to be again, but I think, yeah, I try to do the same sometimes where I'm like, I like to share. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel really good when I muster up the courage and do it. And now I feel like it's like he spoke about Alan Watts talking about like confidence.
Yeah.
Like with my friends, I feel good about sharing.
Yes.
I've developed that confidence over trying and doing it.
Yeah.
In my acting stuff, meeting people and like working with them, I feel good sharing. I have this confidence that because I've tried it, and it's like I'm not afraid of that anymore.
Yeah.
But like in my own relationship and in my family's relationship with me, I'm afraid to hurt them or let them down.
Yes.
Or like scare them away.
Yeah.
Like somewhere intimately in me, like there's this part of me that's afraid of that. Even though it's worked for my friends and I've gotten really strong bonds with like the few people I'm really close with.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird, man. Like I can only like, I can count on like my one hand the people that I really like opened up and shown like, or like, I don't know, broken down to someone. Or, like I don't do it to anyone else.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I really don't. And it's weird to think about that.
Yeah.
Like I want to be like I want to be open. I want the confidence that's like, I don't know, that's just like I can express something to anyone.
Yeah.
You know, and not have to worry about, oh, this is my image or the way that is, and it's gonna break that if I do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And make people feel weird or think I'm an idiot.
That's the fear, right?
Yeah. But,
we're just so
I think about it and
afraid.
it's just so stupid.
Because it's not stupid. We're afraid.
Yeah.
We're afraid that like we're going to be told or shown like we don't belong.
Like what will actually happen if that really happened, you know? Like
realistically,
I don't get like in
what?
the moment, what do you think goes through your mind of what will happen? Like what's the worst case scenario?
Dude, you want to hear something crazy? I was on a run today or yesterday and today. Yesterday I went on a run. And I'm running again. The bear's gone, obviously.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Thank God.
Bear. But the guy was walking his dog again. The older guy that got attacked, right? He's walking his dog.
Really?
So I'm far away,
dude.
but I'm coming up on him and I'm having all these thoughts, like all these things are hitting me, all these impulses.
Yeah.
Ask him how he is. Tell him you saw the bear.
Yeah.
You know, have a conversation. Trying to, you know, let him know what happened and how's he doing. Ask him questions. And I'm running up to him and I'm like, nope.
Exactly, dude.
He waves at me. You know, he says, hey. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I pretend like I don't see the giant, you know, scar on his face. And I just ran past him. Yeah. And then this is the crazier part. I take my buddy for a walk, my Teddy, my son for a walk, my mini polar bear for a walk. And I see him again with his dog.
Oh God.
And I'm like, this is the universe or God or whatever entity is putting us together because this impulse, I gotta fucking do it. And I didn't do it. Walk right past him. Say,
Dude, that's the
I
equivalent.
went like this.
No, dude.
And he was like, yeah. This is crazy. How funny is this? Twice in a day.
Yo, Stein.
Dude, I was looking at myself like,
That's
who
the
are you,
equivalent,
bro?
right?
Who
You feel
are
like you're not yourself, man.
Oh, man.
That's the equivalent of like I'm driving down my road, and there's like another car or people walking, and you know I usually go like
That just happened to me. That just
and
happened.
you usually go like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're not gonna do it, so I don't do it, and then they do it. I'm like, oh. I'm like, dude, I'm an idiot.
Dude, that just happened
Just
to me.
do it.
Two ladies walking. They were social distance walking together down your block, and I was like, they're not gonna do it. I came around that tree curve, and then they were like, as I'm passing, they're like, and I was like, you know, like all in the wheel
Crash the car and
just
die.
fucking swerving. I was like, they're not gonna fucking. Why am I balancing that in my mind?
Yeah, there's no reason to balance that. Just
I'm like,
do it.
Instead of trusting an impulse, I'm being reactionary.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll wait until they open it up, and then I'll wait. And it's like, bro, why?
What's the worst that can happen from waving
they
to
don't,
someone?
They don't wave back, and then it's fucking what? I just continue on my fucking day.
I don't
I'm
get
here.
it, man. I don't fucking get it.
I think quarantine has made me more cautious about my choices.
Yeah. I think so too.
Before, I was fucking
Dude, I would
shooting
do
from the hip.
I would
dude.
do anything to work at that cafe and wait a table.
Yo,
Bro, imagine. We used to do that. We used to go to 10 tables and, hey, how's it going?
Dude,
hey, how's it going?
I would do
What can I
anything
get you?
to have a shift again like that.
Dude,
Anything.
my God.
I took it for granted.
Yeah.
How many conversations were
Me
happening
too,
around me and
man.
like interactions
Me
every day
too.
with strangers like,
Yeah.
and people we knew kind of.
Yeah.
It was the shit, dude.
Yeah.
I missed
Took that way for granted.
Mm-hmm.
We used to hate it. Hated it.
Complained about
I
it.
don't want to talk about this to these people, these idiots. You kidding me?
I miss people. I miss being able, like, I feel the awkwardness sometimes from other people that are like, you can't see my mouth. So there's,
Yeah.
it's this weird, like, you just got this
Yeah.
when you see people out there. So I don't know if you're smiling. I don't know if you're
Dude.
trying to communicate. And I'm like in my head, from minute one, I'm in my
Yeah.
head. Second one, I see you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're just eyes to each other. That's it. I could do this. I could do this. You know, I can't. It's just hard to communicate. It's fucking hard.
I'm constantly just going to everyone.
Have you ever passed out on your mask, just like breathing on yourself?
No. I hate the mask, dude. It's the
Dude.
worst.
I'm sick of them already, bro.
It's rough. I
What do
need
we got?
contacts.
January? They're saying still, dude.
Hey, I don't even want to ask.
I messed.
Honestly.
I got.
I'm gonna take it as a surprise. They're gonna be like, no more masks. And I'm like, hey, and that's gonna be great.
I don't want to know. I like that surprise. I got vacation coming up next week, so we got to figure out what to do.
Oh, we'll
We
figure
might be.
it out.
Yeah. I fucked up. I had a scare, a family scare of COVID.
Oh God.
Went tested,
Yeah.
negative. That's why I'm here.
Perfect.
We had a guest. I apologize to her on the pod.
Yeah. We had Courtney. We could say we're gonna have Courtney.
We're
We're gonna have
Courtney
Courtney. We're gonna have her.
Um,
Maybe I can do her next time.
Yeah,
next week.
we're rescheduling.
You know?
That's what I said. We'll
I mean, you
reschedule.
won't be here, but
Yeah. No, don't do it. Then that's not fair. No, but yeah. So I apologize. It was. You know, like when you get in your head and you're like, "Do I have? My throat's a little
yeah,
itchy.
yeah.
You know, do I? Is it,
And you gotta be safe, man.
yeah.
You can't not be.
I don't want to.
Because then if you come here and you
I don't
fuck
want
me
to
over,
kill
my
you,
parents just
bro.
got home.
Yeah,
It's like
dude.
now everyone's dead.
Yeah. Well, we got tested. I literally got the results like an hour before or a couple hours before I came here. I tried to set it up again. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
So that's why we're guestless today. But we're going to be
Next
having
week.
guests back on. Yeah.
I'll figure something out.
Okay.
Bad signals out.
Well, okay. Okay.
I mean, I can always have you.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I could Skype with you, but
We could do double Skype.
can we do that?
I think so.
I told her purposely no because I thought we could only do one Skype.
All right, we'll figure it out after.
God damn, dude. What are
Yo,
we fucking
another
doing?
thing I want to bring up.
Did you know locusts are grasshoppers with a chemical?
Yes,
Did you know it's
I
the
did.
year of the locust now? It's,
Wait, yeah, where did I hear
is
it?
it fuck? Me too. I don't know where I heard it. Is it? I don't know where I heard it. I'm so bad at that.
Yeah,
I hear a fact.
I think we heard it from the same place. To be honest,
100%. We watch all the same shit and listen to the same shit. Is it a fact? Look this up. I'll look this up. Is it a fact that it's every 7 years?
You mean cicadas?
Cicadas.
Dude, I have a
Harlow?
story about a cicada, dude. I was driving and I was bumping. that new Amine album.
There's a new one?
New one, dude, and it's sick.
Fuck.
Dude, I was going in. I'm on the
Is
turn.
it sick for real?
Hey, I'm on the turn. I'm on the turn
that.
into my when you go to the reservoir kind of thing.
Did you
There's
see
that
the
intersection?
fucking reservoir again?
Yeah, I saw it. It's not.
It's
don't worry about it.
beautiful though.
It's beautiful as fuck.
There's deers out there munching.
Yes,
they're
dude.
they're in heaven, dude. It's like sorry, go ahead.
So there's a cop on the right.
Uh-huh.
There's a car coming down. There's a car. There's 3 cars there and a cop. And I'm trying to make a left turn.
At the triangle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make a left turn. Bro, I'm slowly going. Bug, the size of this.
No
A
fucking
baseball. Dude, I'm not even kidding. It was a baseball. Hits me in the face.
way. No way, dude.
And
No way, no way,
going
no way.
all over
Mike,
the
no way.
windshield. And I'm going like this. Just freaking the fuck out, dude. And all I see is them all staring at me. And I'm like, no way. And I just speed off. I think they knew. Because, dude, I was going like, I almost died, dude, from a bug. Dude, it was huge, and it smacked me in the face.
It hits you in the face.
And the noise it made, like hitting the windshield, dude, it was so loud. I was terrified. I thought I was gonna die. I thought it was a murder hornet.
Dude, I almost crashed my car with a spider. It was hiding in my the mirror, and I flipped it down, and it fucking fell on me. And I was like, trying to.
I don't know. I don't get the whole bug.
I forget.
thing,
You
dude.
forget you're
I'm
driving
such
a car. You forget.
I'm such a little bitch.
No, dude, I would do this.
I get so quiet.
They're 7-year cicada. Well, because I heard this. Cicadas have also.
All right, all of our species are not synchronized, so some adults come out each summer,
Oh, okay.
while the rest of the population. So
There's
yeah,
way more this year than. Can we say that? Is that fair to say?
you think there is?
Dude,
Really?
they're everywhere.
I don't see a lot.
You haven't seen them?
I mean, that one that
go outside
destroyed
right
me.
now.
Really?
You're gonna. Oh, it's all you could hear. Fucking everywhere.
I kind of liked it though.
Yeah, I hate it, dude.
You don't?
Don't like it.
The most interesting
Oh,
cicada facts, bro. What am I doing?
I have a confession on this podcast.
Oh shit.
Let's do a confession each.
Confession age. Oh no.
This is
What
the
day?
confession segment of the podcast. Thanks for
okay, I
liking,
got one.
subscribing the pod. Please continue to like and subscribe. It helps us out a ton.
Shit. Tell your friend. Tell your dad. Tell your mom.
We got shady
Hey,
sponsors.
you don't have a dad. Tell your mom.
We got shady sponsors. We want good sponsors, dude.
Shady sponsors.
Shady,
They're saying like, hey, I'll give you this needle. Hey, I'll give you this needle. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends about it.
And I'm like, hey, does it do
And
something
we're not going
good?
to do that. And we're not
Does it
going
do
to do
something
that.
good or
If you have a small business you're looking to promote, let us know.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Gyms, jump ropes. let me know. Let me know.
Pauly's Plumbing.
Honestly, it'd be kind of sick to have like just a plumbing company.
I would love that.
Sponsor, hey, go hit up Jim's Plumbing.
We're local.
Yeah.
So
Confession.
yeah, confessions. Okay. I have an insecurity.
Okay.
When you're part of the acting, filmmaking world, and you're buddies with you collaborate with people, right?
Uh-huh.
Like I know people who've watched a ton of films, and the consensus is like you got to watch films. This is how you grow. You learn by watching what other people have done before you.
Yeah.
And there's certain, you got to watch Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
You got to watch The Graduate.
Yeah.
You got to watch all these fucking awesome films. Dude. The Godfather. You got to watch it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, man, yeah. And there's some that like I haven't seen. Everyone tells me to watch it. What Matthew McConaughey, Space,
Interstellar.
Haven't seen it. Still haven't seen
I think
it.
you admitted that already.
Yeah, but that's not my admission.
Oh, okay.
My admission is what I have seen, and I'm going to tell you why. And this was recent. Power went out, right? So power went out. We were both struggling with power.
Yeah.
You were out of power for longer than I was.
Oh, dude.
I had the generator, but I didn't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I was no streaming stuff.
Yeah.
It was scary, man. I pulled out all the DVDs. I was fucking nervous. I'm like, what am I
You
going to
didn't
watch?
pull them out. You bought DVDs.
I went to Walmart.
You went
and
out
grabbed
and
some.
bought DVDs.
I did. And one of them I bought was, this is the embarrassing part, it's called Looking for Alaska. It's a Hulu series.
Uh-huh.
This is embarrassing as fuck.
Oh, no.
But I'm sharing because it was meaningful to me.
Okay.
And you can make fun of me if you want, but I had a big obsession with young adult novels when I was entering my 20s. Because I missed a lot of my reading years in my teens.
Okay.
Because I was
Define young adult.
So young adult would be like Like Twilight's young adult,
Okay.
but I didn't read Twilight.
Okay.
What I read was John Green novels.
John.
That's my big admission. So John Green wrote like The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh, okay.
So I was deep in that.
Hey, good move. What?
And your boy.
Good move.
And your boys, man.
I like it.
And it makes you think.
Hey, honestly, I'm a soft boy too.
I mean, I'm very soft. And I was very soft always. And John Green was like the first dude that like, he wrote in this poetic prose and he questioned like death a lot and love, young love.
Yeah.
And it just hit all my check boxes,
Yeah.
you know? It checked them all. So Looking for Alaska was one of his books. So I remember reading that book and I saw that at Walmart. It was like fucking staring at me. I was like, oh my God, they made this into a series on Hulu? Can't stream it on Hulu. I'll buy it at Walmart. Bought it, watched it. Cried my fucking shit.
Really?
Tore my shit up.
Really?
Tore my shit up. He's very poetic in it. The main character, the lead character who narrates it, is obsessed with the last words of like famous people. So that's a huge element of it. It's about what is the question posed, I think, in the book is what is the most important question for a human being? So what do you think that would be for you?
The most important question.
For a human being. I think that's it.
That's hard.
Isn't it?
The most important question for a human being. I think, does it have to be like specific? Like I think it'd just be why.
Okay.
Right?
I'm gonna look up
there's no
exactly
answer,
the wording of it because I want to get it right.
Yeah. The most important question for a human being.
Yeah, your boy loves.
Why are you here? Why? Hey man, honestly, I never wanted to ever air this out, but since you said something like that,
Air it out, dude.
I'm
So it's your
also
confession time?
I'll do a little confession.
Hey, let's go.
I'm also a very soft boy
Hey,
that loves.
And
hey,
what's
I
wrong
don't
with that?
honestly,
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Hey, honestly, I don't care.
What's wrong with
What,
that?
what if you think of anything of it? Whatever. I don't care because I like it, and it doesn't matter if you like it or not.
Because we're soft. Yeah, of course we're soft.
Yeah.
We have hearts. We're alive. We're breathing.
Yeah.
But because remember, like we can't read John Green stuff, or we're like whatever.
So I have this big thing
Go ahead.
where,
And I'm not laughing.
and I don't tell a lot of people,
And this is awesome.
but I watch a lot of anime,
Okay.
and and there's this big thing online, the term weeb,
Weeb.
a weeaboo,
A weeaboo.
a weeaboo.
Weeaboo.
It's like a Japan obsessed person
Okay.
that's like is there just for the like Western, like these kids that watch anime and like are obsessed with like chicks, animated chicks with big tits and stuff, and they buy like posters of them and shit. And like, I'm not that. I'm a closet weeb.
Closet
right?
weeb. Closet weeb.
A closet weeb.
Closet weeaboo.
I'm not actually one.
Okay.
But I do really like. There's so many good, just like romantic.
I gotta get into
romance series, bro.
I gotta get into it.
I've watched like millions.
The romance series
There's
anime?
so many good, meaningful like story ones.
Really?
I'm not even joking, bro. I feel like you would actually like it.
Send some.
But then definitely,
Can I stream them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Word.
Dude, Netflix. I don't tell anyone. I keep it low.
Yeah,
Keep it on
yeah,
Netflix
Sure, baby, sure.
Netflix is killing it with the anime.
Really?
They're actually really killing it.
It's all over my. You
never did.
Like when I was a kid,
It's
Dragon Ball
definitely
Z was the thing.
It's
That was
weird
it.
to like definitely like get into because it's so different, and some of the things are very like tropey. To like,
What does that
it's
mean?
always like it's always set in like a high school, or it's always like that dumb high school.
I got another
comedy
confession,
shit.
dude.
What?
Dude,
Shit.
there was a show. Oh, I'm gonna fucking butcher the title.
Confession.
I was obsessed with it.
I'm sweating, bro.
Listen,
I just said
it's
that.
fucking it's
Like
like
a
hot here.
shit.
The John Green and the Weeaboo.
John Green and the Weeaboo. That's the
Dude,
perfect
that's
title.
a podcast. That's this episode.
That's so funny.
John Green and the Weeaboo. It was called. I think it wasn't Volcano High. It might have been Volcano High.
Volcano High. That sounds like.
I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up.
Look it up. Yeah.
But it was a show about a high school in Japan, and it was fucking incredible.
Was it
And I think
animated?
they had powers. No,
Oh, it was just.
but it was as if it was an anime show, but it was live action like people.
Oh, really?
It was fucking.
Where'd you
awesome.
watch that?
Dude? I think
And when?
MTV or some shit.
When?
Dude, I gotta find it. I was like 17, 16, I think.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Damn. Wait, what the fuck? You gotta let me know. That's crazy.
Dude, hold on.
It's confessions. John Green and the Weeaboo.
Okay.
I like what I like, man. And you know what? If I waste my time watching, like, dude, I've watched more of that than movies.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I want to be more like.
Can you not make a movie because you like anime?
I wish I could be podcast
bro.
Mike in real life.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wish I could be podcast Mike in real life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm chilling. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
You know what's stopping you?
What?
You.
I know. I know, dude.
No, because I am too.
I don't get it.
Stop me from being
yeah.
me.
Like,
in
I
life
don't get it.
sometimes. And I'm like, what? That's me. Hi.
Like, if I was doing this in the middle of, like, New York, in, like, a busy intersection, and some guy came up to me and was like, hey, what the fuck are you guys doing? I'm like, hey, man, come in here. Like, I'd be all right. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Or someone would, like, be walking by, like, hey, how's it going? You know? Like, I wouldn't have any preconceived, like, notions about, like, oh, I don't know if they want to say something. I think it's when you're alone.
Yeah.
And you get into more of a state of where you're not comfortable with, like, the day. And, like, as the day goes on, you get more and more comfortable.
Yeah.
But you always have this shield up. And once you meet, like, with a friend or someone that you know, then you get that guard down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're open. But if you're just, like, not interacting with anyone, then you're fucked.
That's it. Volcano High, dude.
Volcano High.
This shit was intense,
Dude, what
bro.
the fuck? I gotta put a picture of that.
This
You
shit,
guys look at that. Volcano High. What the hell? What were you watching?
dude. This is
That's
it right here.
awesome.
This is it right here.
Should we watch a clip?
Yeah,
Let's watch a
we
clip.
have to. We have to. This was it. This was it. This was it. I think Snoop Dogg
Yo.
made a movie called Volcano High too,
Volcano High.
with Andre 3000 and Big Boy and Method Man. And what the fuck was this the same thing? Where martial arts and hip hop collide? I think it was the same thing. Mike, I can't believe you didn't know this. It was a South Korean film.
South Korean?
Yep. At a martial arts school, a transfer student with amazing powers arrives in the midst of a search for a mystical tomb. Dude, I fucking love this movie.
Here we are.
You gotta watch it. What a weird thing. I swear I haven't thought of this in 10 years. Over 10 years. Dude.
Wait, it's about hip hop?
I think.
In a changing world ruled by darkness,
I was all about it.
he is haunted by a tortured past, exiled by forces he can barely comprehend. He must fight to escape a cruel destiny.
Yes, sir.
Oh, look at that.
You know, one institution. And they fought and shit.
That's sick.
Will bring education
Whoa. It's the Matrix?
to those who don't belong anywhere else. Shit was sick, dude. It's fucking insane. Some Matrix shit. That was when everyone was on cables in every film.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It was fire. It
Whoa.
was fire.
Whoa.
I don't know about that. I don't remember that. There was love involved.
In the face
Relationships.
of power, he cannot run and he cannot hide.
Fucking sick
As
as
a
this.
new dawn beckons, a battle for supremacy will begin, where only one will prevail.
Yo.
Dude. Your boy was all over this.
This is sick.
I thought it was a series. I guess it was a movie. I remember more school in it. I don't know why it's
This
all
is
fights.
fights,
right now.
dude.
Yeah. But there was more school.
This is
in
kind
there.
of sick,
It
though.
was so sick. It was so sick.
Experience the adventure of a lifetime.
Sick, dude. He's flying. Fucking flying.
Volcano High.
Okay, so that was my weird. That's another weird confession. That's 2 confessions. Oh. Yup, I remember that moment. That I remember. Fucking cracked the teacher.
Dude.
Yeah.
Imagine being in that.
Dude. And looking back.
Yeah.
Being like, remember?
How do you even, like, honestly, how do you record that? Like, how do you go in there and do that? Like, I want to know.
That's a lot of cable work, dude. A lot of cables. A lot of cables. I bet a lot of green screen.
Volcano High. That's actually so sick.
Isn't that weird? That's a weird one. I don't know how I remember that, bro. Literally 10 years I haven't thought of that thought. And it just came out of me.
How crazy is that?
The Weeaboo thing brought it out of me. Even though they're not the same. It just, yeah, but the John Green thing's heavy.
Yeah.
The young adult fiction thing.
Mm.
I'm a
also
addict.
the Weeaboo thing, like in Japanese culture, like actually in Japan, like anime and manga, which is like the books, is like a normal kind of like kids thing. So it's like mainly shows for kids and stuff, and like young adults and stuff.
Yeah.
But over there, there's like also those like people that are obsessed with it. And like that's all they do. All they do is read the books every day, watch every day.
Yeah.
And over there they have a word for it. It's called otaku.
Okay. What does that mean?
Which basically means like obsess, like an obsession.
Yeah.
Like an obsessive person.
Yeah.
And it could be like otaku for anything. It could be like an anime otaku or
Ramen
whatever
otaku.
Sometimes they joke like, yeah, if someone likes ramen, they're like, oh, ramen otaku.
Yeah.
You know, because you're just like crazy about it.
Got you.
And that's kind of like the English version. It's like the weeaboo.
Yeah.
And
I respect it.
And I don't want to be that. Because I feel like that's kind of weird.
Why?
Because there's a lot of like weird shit about it too.
Okay.
All right? Because you know, like in Japan, there's kind of like those weird, kind of sketchy things that happen. Like I don't even want to get into it, to be honest. I don't know.
We'll get after the podcast.
But basically, I don't want to have it as an obsession. It's not an obsession, and I don't want to be labeled as that thing.
I got you.
You know?
Well, you're not.
Because I don't keep it as like an out. Because like there's people that literally dress up as like the person and go out in public. Like, dude, when I studied abroad there were kids like that. Like
Really?
the typical American just fat dude that's just like goes there and is dressed up, has like a shirt with the characters on it and like the headband of like a ninja. And you're like, come on, dude, don't do this to me. Like, I don't want to be associated with you. You know what I mean? I want to sit next to you.
That's where I want to get.
You feel me?
I want to get to the point where I feel okay with that.
I think like I was, but I just feel like inside I'm like,
Something about it.
yeah, cringe.
Yeah.
You know, there's something about that.
I know.
Like, I'm like, you're mentally ill.
Like I
You're
wanna,
ill. I'm sorry.
because it's ultimately like it's things that aren't unhealthy for you that make you feel good.
Yeah.
So like,
Because if you're walking around, like, if you love Leo
you love Leo.
and you have his hair and you start like dressing him and acting like him,
Yeah.
shouting lines from like movies,
Yeah.
you're weird.
Yes, but
Weird guy.
so
You're a weird guy.
yeah.
Not normal. Maybe don't do that. Right? Like, it's not the greatest thing to do.
No, but my point is this. Like if it's not hurting you
Yeah.
and it's weird because not a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
It's not socially like cool or normal to be like the Leo guy.
Yeah.
Or the like the people who role play, like they do LARPing.
Mm.
You know that.
Yeah.
Like a character, they build the character.
Don't say it like you know that.
You
to
know,
me.
hey, you know what I'm talking. Mike,
Hey, I don't
what's
know.
your character?
I don't know what you're talking
Dude,
about.
What's your character?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Big war mage warlock.
but they hang out, they meet up, and they have these fucking giant like sieges or whatever.
The
And
closest
it's
thing I can get to
fucking-
that is I used to do airsoft, and we used to dress up and have the gun.
Character
And we'd, like,
shit.
not characters, but like we would play airsoft,
Okay.
which isn't really like the same, but
Yeah.
you know, you have two teams. You're like, we're in a war.
Yeah.
You know?
You
was
hit your
fun.
dead. You gotta like wipe.
Yeah.
It's. I think that's cool. I think it's healthy. I don't want to be the guy to be like, that's not cool. I can't hang with you. But I have that sometimes where I'm like, oh, weird. This Comic-Con stuff where people just walk around the city and
Yeah. I don't mind if you go to a con,
Like a
and do that.
conference?
Hey, it's there for that.
yeah.
But if you're walking around
Just-
like the
just-
world is a little
just-
con,
It's tough.
there's not.
It's tough. It's tough.
Place.
It's a
There's a
tough
place
thing.
for that, man.
I don't want to be that guy though, man. I don't want to have that thought.
Yeah.
I had the thought. What was I gonna say? Oh, I had the thought. This is I was thinking about how the mind convinces you like this is reality. You create like your own reality off of seeing the same thing another person sees, but they see it totally different. And you could do this with yourself. Like when I was walking down the street or running down the street, and I saw the guy with the bear attack and his dog. I immediately thought, ah, man, like that's such a bummer, dude. Like I feel so bad for him, and he's got this big scar on his face.
Yeah.
I just feel like shit for him, dude. And I think that played into why I was like weird and thinking and shit. And then I saw him again, and then I was going back home, and I had the thought come up like, why feel bad for someone? Like he looked, you know, if I change my frame, like what I'm looking through my lens, I could turn it into a positive and be like, he was happy. He's walking his dog. He's having a good day. He's not mauled. He was okay. Like he was stable. He was moving around, still doing the same thing he did last week.
Yeah.
You know, his life wasn't totally altered by a bear. Like God bless him. He's doing great. And he seemed happy. He didn't seem upset. And it was all how I perceived it. And then it told me about myself and like what I was thinking. I'm like, man, I'm thinking kind of negative off my impulses right now. So maybe there's something going on with me that I got to address and that I got to talk about or get to the bottom of and like bring to the light and then investigate.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking through a lens of like kind of negative, like first thoughts. Because I could have just met him with like, hey man, it's good to see you. Like in my mind, like you look happy, you look whatever. But the first thought I had was, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. That's fucking look like, you know.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about like your first idea.
Yeah, because you got this big scar. It's like, dude, is it really?
No,
it's my first impression, and it's me. It's saying a lot more about me than him. 100%. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it's almost like you're feeling it for him.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? You're making it like something that you feel.
And I'm projecting it on him.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. That's the thing I was like, I wanna see like when that comes up, that's an indicator of what I'm feeling. Like what's going on in my life. If I'm spotting some things and I'm like negative. Shit. The water's the cups, you know, this bottle's almost done.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not I don't know, just a thought I had, but like I don't think I'm addressing something in me because I could see that guy and think something totally different 2 minutes later.
Okay.
From a more positive place.
I feel that, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm creating a reality.
I think almost sometimes though it's like hard to be like, should you? That's like almost like second guessing, you know, your first impulse.
Yeah.
Or idea, which I guess it could be good or bad. I don't know. Maybe because then I listen to the Alan Watts thing and it's like, hey, you make the mistake, it's fine, and you think that, then it's okay. But I don't know. Where do you go from that with that?
I don't know.
Like idea.
I don't know. I think like I just got to keep an eye on myself a bit more. If I'm seeing negative,
maybe there's
shit,
a way you can change that first impression to be positive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay. I think I'm being a human's weird.
It is, dude. I was gonna say it sucks, but it's kind of good.
So the question, the John Green question, and I couldn't find it on the fucking internet, so maybe I'm way off, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. The question posed in the story. You should watch this. You should watch the series too. On Hulu.
Yeah,
I'll give you my login.
I'll check it.
You gotta check it. I cried a lot. You know, best acted thing in the world? Probably not. You know,
dude, it's you know what? Sometimes that's okay, man.
It's okay.
Sometimes
and
that's
I'm not
okay.
a snob. And I'm not a snob.
Yeah.
I watched it because I like the writing.
I respect that, man.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. And I really fucking enjoyed it.
There's something about that. I respect that, man.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah.
You know? I'm into weird shit.
I'm gonna throw shade. Adam Ladder will disagree with me.
And 100% he'll rip me apart for that.
Yeah.
100%. And if he listens to this, he'll hit me up to say like, you know, you're a fool. And then go watch Cassavetes. And I will, dude, when I want to. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I wanted to watch some John Green shit. But the question, what is the most, so you said why is the most important question.
Why? I don't know, man.
Can we unpack why try to string it into
I don't know where to even go with that. It's like so, because I feel like it's a very deciding kind of thing, a question.
Is there multiple whys or is it just one solid why? One specific why?
I feel like that's one question you can ask in every situation.
But for you
Yeah.
specifically,
Yeah.
what is your why? Like where does your why come from? What would be the question you would ask that you think is the most important question that has to be solved or at least investigated in life?
I'm thinking of like why are you alive, or why are you on Earth, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why are you living?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Word. I want to think about that.
Yeah.
Why? Because like we all die.
Yeah.
You know, we're here for a time, and then like
that's another thing, dude. I was really thinking about. It's like I forgot what I was listening to or watching, but you get one go, you know.
Yeah.
And for me with the Alan Watts thing, it's like for me to like on a mistake or what I think is a mistake or what I do wrong, to hold yourself like for years sometimes on just one situation,
One thing,
or days for just saying thanks to a lady at a supermarket.
Yeah.
Like I just like I feel like it's not the right way.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree.
And I want to just enjoy this time.
Yeah.
You know, I want to find a way to. I guess I have to change in just being able to enjoy things and not being like self-conscious in what I do or what people think. Because I always tell myself, I don't care what people think, right? But I obviously do.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't do those things,
It's hard not to. It's hard not to. We're like we're tribal creatures, so we feed off each other.
There's so much out there. It's an endless possibilities. And to limit myself to just like my everyday thing, just because I'm comfortable, it's like
comfort.
What are you doing?
Yeah, because the clock's ticking still, and you're still uncomfortable, really.
Dude, it's crazy how you get older and things just go faster.
Oh man, it's
how crazy is that?
Mike.
Dude,
it's so weird, dude.
It's what is it? The 10th? Dude, it was the 1st the other day.
Isn't that fucking weird?
It was the 1st, and hey, it's gonna be the 15th, and it's half the month, and then it's gonna be September. It's just it goes so fast. I don't get what it is.
This podcast goes. What are we at?
We're at an hour.
Holy shit!
You know, and hey, we got 23 more hours, and we already lived like more than half the day.
Yeah,
and it's over. And then tomorrow's the 11th, and now I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Because I think about why too. Like in my, and I'm not gonna call them weak moments because they're not weak moments. It's me stripped down and like raw, and like when that weird instinctual like thought comes up, and it's like why
in your thinking moments, man.
Yeah, in my vulnerable moments is like that why that like because I have a fear that like is it all for nothing?
Yeah.
Like what's the point?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know?
That's the craziest. Like
you could work.
Yeah.
But then you die. The book does a good job of going into that too. Like they deal with that a lot about death and like what happens after and what's the point, really? I was listening to Alan Watts too about the acceptance of death and like how it shouldn't be so
that's a good
feared, you know? Yeah. I was thinking about, I mean, he brought up there's ways of coping and dealing. So we do like the spiritual route, which is like this happens after and this is where you go and whatever. And then he brought up, what did he say? He had like 3 routes. And that was one. Then another was through work and creativity and art and leaving it behind, leaving something of yourself behind, and that gives you a sense of purpose. Because then no matter where when you leave, you're kind of always alive through that thing that you left. And I think that's pretty noble.
Yeah.
And I could see reflections of myself in that. There was another one I forget. But like the idea that let's say there's nothing after. Let's just assume, the scientific route of like there's nothing. You go back to the place where you came from, which was nothing. Nothingness. You can't remember before this, right? Like before being 2 years old or whatever, you don't have a memory.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Some people do. But like before you were born, you don't know. There wasn't anything. And so what if after you go to a place where it's that again. And energy, like a scientific fact, is that energy is neither created nor destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're expending energy right now, me and you. Like by
Yeah.
breathing, you expend energy. So we're given a bunch of energy, right?
Mm.
We receive energy, and then we let it back out for others, for people that come, you know, we create life,
Yeah.
which absorbs energy. But it's never created and it's never destroyed. It's the same amount of energy it has always been.
Yeah.
That's a fact,
Yeah.
scientific fact. So what does that tell you? Like maybe our energy is moved somewhere else. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's always like, I don't know. We're connected, all of us, because of that.
Yeah.
Like, what if we're one giant organism and we're just split up in different energy balls and consciousness and spirits and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just made me think. But the point of like the why, live at all, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because when the question comes up for me, it's like the things I only enjoy, I know. So the things like spending time with each other, sharing feels really good.
Mm.
Creating something for others, being of service in some kind of way feels really good. And in those moments, that's the only times I feel like time, like this, I felt time stopped.
Mm.
I don't feel like I'm aging. I don't feel like I'm dying. I don't feel like, you know, time's passing, and that's why
Yeah.
it passed so fast. You know, it's like an indicator of maybe a meaningful thing. Eventually, like I'll be forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, my lineage, I don't know my great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name was. I don't know anything. And the people that know me will have gone. And whatever I left behind eventually, if it's something huge or if it's something small or whatever, or the things I already created, they're going to be gone. And so when that question comes up, it's hard to think about because it's like, well, I don't want to be gone.
Mm.
I don't want you to be gone. I don't want the people I love to be gone. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. It's so, like, I try to think about, like, that why, especially, like, when I try to think about, like, just the meanings of, I don't know, all this life and all what we're supposed to do as humans. Like, it's, I guess, I don't think that blows my mind is the fact that there's so many different living organisms that are made up of this energy,
Yeah.
but they don't have the same, you know, like, mental capacity
Yes.
as humans.
Yeah.
So, like,
There's no thought about it.
so, like, for humans, it's like, are you different than animals, or are all animals the same?
Right.
You know, because we're technically mammals or whatever, right?
What a blissful existence that would be.
Yeah.
Because there's no forethought. There's no,
Yeah. Because
you're not thinking behind or ahead.
yeah,
You're totally present.
because the only thing that makes us different is that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's the only thing that like really does
It's
anything.
the thing.
Yeah. So because I always think of like, what if you think about life and like the purpose outside of human like thinking?
Yeah.
That's like you take away that
Yeah.
and like you're just like a primate, you know, like a monkey.
Right.
It's like then there's really just survival, right?
100%.
But when you add that whole other thing, it's like there's no answer.
You create.
There's no like
No.
there is survival, but there's another like we have technology and all this other shit that we created
Yeah.
that's just we're creating this world that's never been made before,
Uh-huh.
right? And like there's something
Off of
weird
our
about
dreams,
that.
off
Yeah.
of our thoughts.
Yeah,
Dreams.
it's that energy it's creating,
It's very
Right?
weird. It's very
and it's all
weird.
coming from that.
Yeah. It's like a blessing and a curse to be human because of that, right? Like you get to
Yeah.
create. You get to
Yeah.
explore. You get to think ahead. You get to think behind. You get to process thoughts. Like you get to think about what ifs. You get to think deep.
Humans get to love, to kill, to do everything, and like think about it.
Yeah.
Like have a child, see their child go fall off their bike, or see their child go like win a soccer game.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, I don't know, it's so weird to think about.
Yeah.
I guess we're blessed to be humans.
In a way, yeah.
That's kind of it.
Absolutely. It's how you look at the old man with the scar on his face.
Yeah.
It's how you look. It's how you perceive it.
Yeah.
Some days I'm gonna see, oh no. Some days I'm gonna be like, thank you, whatever you are. Like, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. And I think both ways are okay. I think it's human. I think I don't know why. There's a deep belief in me that's like life is beautiful and worth it.
Mm.
And it's in small shit for me.
Yeah.
It's in really small things like smiles and like corny shit, you know, like a piece of writing, or like the feeling you get when someone you're crushing on like texts you,
Yeah.
or you know, something you've worked hard for and you accomplish it. You get real close and you try again. Like
Yeah.
there's exciting moments, you know, those lifted moments. They're worth it. I don't know why, because the downs are tough, but like those moments of like, my dad said he's proud of me.
Mm. It's like those things that can make it feel like all the negative things never happened.
Yeah. You forget everything.
Yeah.
The most important. So I posted a question on my Instagram. What is your favorite word?
Mm.
And I got a lot of great answers, right?
Yeah.
And then someone reached out to me and said, well, what's your favorite word? And I was like, let me think about it. And I thought about it and I said, I think the word now. I think now is my favorite word. Because every time I'm present, really present, I'd say 95% of the time, if I'm like not thinking about anything outside of what's in front of me in this moment, is I'm good. I'm not just good. I'm like fully grateful. You know, I'm like generally like I'm not too down when I'm present. When I'm like conscious of like the texture of this thing, this weird like blanket.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of cool, like tribal blanket.
Yeah.
If I'm just that, and it, you know, you call me dumb or whatever, or like you're holding the back of yawn right now.
Yeah.
I caught you.
Okay.
If I'm that present and I'm really present, look what happens. Look at this moment. It's a moment. I feel really good. I feel like a kid. I feel light. I feel happy, you know? And it came all out of just being present. Couldn't have predicted that. Couldn't have wrote that. Couldn't have created that. Now is my favorite word, because if I'm present, if I'm taking in what's around me, hey bro, don't do that. If I'm taking in what's around me and I'm present, there's no thought ahead. There's no thought behind. There's no what ifs, and there's no maybe there is, but like, I don't know. When I'm here, when I'm present, where I'm at, I'm very grateful. And I just want to be there, here, now, as much as possible. I don't want to be worried about the next thing. I don't want to be constantly chasing the future and the thing I want to be so bad.
Yeah.
You know? I got it right now. I got it all now.
Yeah. There's no better place than right now.
No, it's everything. It's literally everything.
Because literally what's happening.
The future is a thought. It's a hope, but you can't grab it. I can't grab my future thing I hope for.
Yeah, I wish we can like figure out why we always like grasp to like the things that are unattainable. You know what I
Why
mean?
is the grass always greener too? Why do you think that's a thing? You always want what you can't have.
I don't know. And there's been many times where I try to chase that, and hey,
Why do you think that
doesn't always work. And most of the time it doesn't work.
Why? Why are we like that? Why are we built that way? Because I mean, maybe I'm the only one, but I feel like
I try to think that it's like you're not okay with routine, or you're too comfortable. But also it's like, but why am I okay with my comfort right now? You know, in certain situations where my routine that I do every day and I don't change it. You know, it's like so contradicting. We're just, as humans, we're just contradictory fucking beings. But
we are.
I don't know. I don't know. That like, I guess a part of like the human instinct is to, I don't know, like trust instincts like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
I think so. They're weird, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's weird that your body shouts to you little impulses.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
You're like, I can't fucking, no, dude. What? Stop. No, I won't. And you have to like quiet them.
Yeah.
In society, you have to say like, I really feel this impulse, but like it'd be weird.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if all of a sudden I like shaved my head and went LARPing, you know? It'd be weird.
I guess you got to pick and choose those.
Yeah. But yeah, I maybe listening to your instincts more are, I don't know. I think that's where the fucking magic happens. I think that's where people who you look at and you're like, how did fucking How did Lin-Manuel Miranda write Hamilton and fucking change the world?
Yeah.
How did he fucking do that? He went to the same theater I performed at, in the fucking basement of the drum and board. Like, we were in the same place doing the same thing. He started before I did. He created a fucking game-changing play, musical, game-changing, genius level shit. Jesus. Shakespeare, fucking Bill Gates. You know, think of anybody. Think of all the fucking Stephen Hawking. All these people who have like found something, and they like changed the world.
Yeah.
Walt Disney. I think they just listen to their instinct more than anyone else. You know?
Yeah.
And the people who haven't are in the cubicle saying, same thing every day. I know there's something in, what's that? I should write a comic book series about, and then you get the phone call and you're like, man, I got to print that copy out. And you're, sorry, boss, I'll be right on it. And you forget that impulse. And you're like, I can't because I have to do this other thing. I think it's just people who really trusted their instincts.
Yeah.
I think there's magic there, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think that's something.
Or the people who want to create a family more than anything. And they're like, I have the impulse to talk to this woman for some reason across this room. I feel something from her. And they don't. And then no family created, right? Mm. And you're wondering what happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I just imagine like all the different like paths you can take.
So many.
And
back
how
to
like
Alan Watts, dude.
And how on this path you may have like those paths might have been close again or something.
Yeah.
You know? It's just like slowly going in and out. And you're like, what the hell? Until they finally just veer like that.
Yeah. Like talking about two people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you get a limited amount of those.
Yeah.
Where your lives are really, really close and they're this close to connecting.
And sometimes you get one.
And sometimes you get one.
And that's a sundress girl.
Sundress girl, please come back. Fine girl. If you do, you're going to be met with so much care and love and just appreciation. Straight up. And free coffee.
Oh, definitely. I'll pop a couple copies.
There we go. Free coffee. Free coffee.
Hey,
all right.
I think we're good.
That's good.
Boom.
Let's get
it right here. Podcast episode 81. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening. I love you guys.
Love you.
Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube with the video, Anchor.fm, www.youhearepodcast.co. We cannot afford the M. And my name is Mike, and I'm signing out.
My name's Dave, and I love y'all. And live now.
Live it now.
Now, baby.
I like that.
That's all you got.